神羅転生
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hokage here. Welcome to the video. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's been more than 2 months since I last uploaded on this channel, but I'm back. Episode 154 actually came out in April. I didn't even review it. In the meantime, the Boruto anime got temporarily cancelled because of the coronavirus. I think it's gonna come back in July, fingers crossed, but nothing is confirmed yet. One more thing before I get into the review of the episode. Actually, two more things. Number one, I'm gonna upload like a discussion video about the latest 2 chapters of the Boruto manga because I haven't reviewed them. It's gonna be a discussion, not a review, and I think that's gonna come out either later today or next week, but I think it's gonna be today. And second thing, I haven't done a review in a long time. I don't think I'm gonna do like a super long review, just like some of my old reviews when I go in depth about these episodes. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you some general thoughts I had about this episode. This episode was enjoyable for me. It was very lighthearted, and but given what's going on in the real world right now, especially here in the U.S. and everything, you know, things are going crazy, and sometimes it's nice to detach yourself from what's going on and just enjoy fiction, you know. And as I said, it was a lighthearted episode. One might say that it was primarily aimed at kids, but whatever. Boruto has both deep elements to it, elements that could apply to adults and that could intrigue adults as well, and also some lighthearted episodes like this one. Now, just like many other Boruto episodes, this episode pretty much explores a common, I don't want to say it's a common issue that kids have nowadays, but it definitely happens because we live in a very peaceful time of history. For most of human history, 99.9%, there were many wars all the time, right? And not that there aren't any wars right now, but it's relatively peaceful everywhere, especially if you live in the West. And so the next generations, my generation, our generation, people, you know, they have a lot to choose from, you know, especially because of the development of the internet and everything is accessible. You can learn so much. And, you know, a lot of people have like certain social pressures to do certain things, but and they kind of rebel against the norm. It's a 21st century issue that people of my age have, and I think this episode explores that really well. The point I'm trying to make is it's relatable to the people of today, and you know, the kids, especially like young teenagers who are like choosing their career paths, and that's precisely the theme of this episode. You have Himawari, who doesn't really know if she wants to become a ninja or not, or rather a shinobi, whatever. And at the end of the episode, she says that she wants to explore all these different things, and then she wants to make a decision. Boruto was slightly disappointed that she didn't directly decide to become a ninja, because of course he's a ninja and the title of a ninja means a lot to him, but he respects the fact that his sister wants to explore all these different things. Also, Iruka Sensei was involved in this episode. That's always good. He's one of the most nostalgic characters. I don't even think I need to explain why, but he gave Himawari a nice lesson throughout this episode. He told her that she should think about what she wants to become after she finishes the trial, because there was that whole conflict, and I'm gonna have to pull up the kid's name because I forgot. 1 second. It's like the 2 kids that were with Himawari. Yeah, Yuina and Echo. There was a conflict between Echo and Himawari because when Echo heard that Himawari isn't sure if she wants to become a ninja, he got really angry. I guess becoming a ninja means a lot to him. Now, I personally feel as though this episode, you know, when it comes to Echo's character, would have been better if we got like a short, like 15-second flashback, because certainly something happened in Echo's life, you know, because he cares so much about becoming a ninja, and that's fine, but the way he got so triggered when Himawari, you know, expressed that she isn't sure, that she wants to become a ninja. Like, I feel like this episode could have been better if there was like a short, flashback of, this is just like a random example of, I don't know, one of Eho's parents dying as Shinobi, uh, and then he develops this idea that becoming a ninja is like the ultimate, thing you can do, like the best thing you can do, or like something random like that. I mean, obviously he's a kid and everything, but I'm sure something influenced him, and that's why he wants to become a ninja so badly. I just thought that episode could have been slightly better with that, But again, I don't think we're ever gonna see Eho again in the anime, so it doesn't really matter. Same with Yuina, the shy girl. But yeah, this episode was enjoyable. As I said, it was good. One of the previous Boruto openings, I think it was opening 4. Don't quote me on that one. One of the previous Boruto openings featured Himawari and Boruto training. So ever since then, a lot of people have been speculating whether Himawari will become a ninja or not. Given what's going on right now in the manga, it doesn't look like that. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds? I think that rhymes. Anyway, and in this episode, I think Himawari said that she occasionally trains with Boruto, which all of this, if Himawari becomes a ninja later on, could be, in hindsight, interpreted as foreshadowing. I'm not really sure. At the end of the day, Himawari has a Byakugan. She's very talented, and it would be a shame if she doesn't become a ninja. But anyway, I still appreciate this development that Himawari got in this episode and throughout the anime. It's not like she has like a deep character arc or anything like that. It's actually the opposite. It's very simple. At the start of the anime, she's pretty much like a little baby. Like, obviously, she's not a baby. She's like 2 years younger than Boruto or something like that. But, she's very shy. She doesn't talk much. And over the course of the series, she kind of grows and she interacts with the world. You saw her in this episode looking at all these different... I think she was looking at Tenten's ninja tools shop or whatever. I think she also looked at Ino's flower shop. Not really sure. She's discovering everything. She's looking at the world. She's observing it. And, that's character development. Not the deepest character development or anything like that, but it is character development. At the end of the day, despite being Naruto's daughter, Himawari is like a super side character, okay? She barely appears, but again, I thought this episode was good, and it was definitely refreshing, okay? It was definitely refreshing because Himawari didn't get too many episodes throughout the series, again, because she's a super side character. By super side, I mean, like, you have the main characters, the side characters, and, like, characters who very rarely appear, of course, and Himawari is in that category. And then you have characters such as Yuina, who probably will never appear again. But yeah, I mean, Boruto has a lot of characters, which I appreciate. Overall, this episode also featured Shino. There were a few funny interactions when Shino was trying to talk to those kids. They didn't even pay attention to him because as soon as they found out that Himawari is Naruto's daughter, they were super impressed. So yeah, it's another comedy moment that involves Shino. We've seen quite a few of them throughout the Boruto anime. But in this case, it's natural. I mean, imagine being like, I don't know how old these kids are, but like imagine being like 8, 9, 10, 11 years old and like you're sitting next to a kid and then you find out that that kid's father is like the leader of your village. Like, you're going to be impressed. You're not just going to like sit there and like be, untouched by it, if that makes sense. And overall, as I already said multiple times throughout this episode review, I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed it, and if I had to predict whether Himawari will become a ninja or not, I haven't even thought about this. I'm not that confident, actually. I'm not that confident. Maybe once we get like a time skip, like a big time skip, assuming that we get one in the Boruto manga. Maybe after the time skip, it's going to be revealed that she decided to become a ninja. Again, I mean, she has the Byakugan. She's talented. I don't know. I sometimes I wonder if Himawari is going to be used as like plot device to like influence Boruto's character massively if she like dies. If like some villain kills her or somebody close to Boruto. I mean, Boruto has been betrayed by many people throughout the Boruto anime so far. And we're 154 episodes in. This anime is likely to have hundreds of episodes even after this. But yeah, I think I'm gonna say yes. Okay, I'm gonna say I think she's gonna become a ninja, and even if she doesn't become a quote unquote ninja, she might still like occasionally train at home with Hinata or with Hanabi, Naruto. It doesn't really matter, and we might see her in combat in at some point in the future against somebody. Perhaps not somebody too powerful, but somebody who's like decent, somebody who poses a threat at the end of the day, somebody who's a villain. And yeah, as for the rating of this episode, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. The reason why I'm not giving it like a 10 out of 10, because like usually, like the way I review episodes, every single episode starts off with a 10 out of 10, and then I pretty much look for reasons to deduct points. That's how I, review episodes. But as I said, point 0.5 goes away because I just thought that, and I forgot his name. I can't be. I don't want to look at my phone again. But the kid from this episode, I just wanted a little bit, like, I wanted context as to why he got so mad and everything. Like, at one point, he even got physical with Himawari. He, like, pushed her. 0.5 for that. And another point simply because this episode, it's not because it was very lighthearted. Like, it was obvious that it was going to be super lighthearted from the start. I mean, Himawari was the main character of this episode. But I feel like Himawari learning a lesson from Iruka and getting more confident, and then approaching that angry kid, and using Tag no Jutsu on him. All like those two things happened very quickly. It didn't feel super realistic. It kind of felt cheesy, if you get what I mean. As I said, this was supposed to be like these characters who appeared in this episode, who were on a team with Himawari. It's not like they're gonna appear ever again, so it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But I'm reviewing this episode individually, and I just thought that whole resolution of the conflict and everything was a little bit too fast. Again, I understand it, but I can't give this episode a 10 out of 10. So this episode gets an 8.5 from me. And I don't know who's going to see this video. Again, this episode came out in April, and I'm uploading this in June. It feels like 2020 started yesterday. Time flies. But anyway, for those of you who watched this video until the very end, thank you for watching. And stay tuned for the manga discussion video. Bye.